Hello everyone, I am back once again to stream Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness. So, when we left off, we beat Goblin and unlocked a new level. Hello Soshi the Yoshi. It's Ms. Pac-Man. That shit. My name is Jackie, and I'm fucking Jackie. Hi, Marcus. That man is walking in place, and now he's dead. Gosh. Oh, interesting. The manual, here's the funny thing with this game in regards to that whole thing. Oh wait, I have to hit the button again. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the whole Pack World thing. For me, here's something funny with this game. The opening says Pack World, but the manual says the story synopsis. Like the story synopsis. Can't speak. The story summary in the manual is like almost word for word with the opening narration, but it doesn't say Pack World, it just says Pac-Land. So to me, Pack World is just another name for Pac-Land. I don't know why you're number one Flippy World International. Yeah. Personally, I don't like the idea of the planet being named Pac World. I think that's dumb. And I feel like I don't think anyone would really think that is the planet's name if that wasn't the case with Ghostly Adventures. Because, like, does Pac World really imply that it's a planet? Not because, like, I don't think so. I don't think the name itself implies, like, oh, this is the name of the planet. I think we only think that because that's just what Ghostly Adventures did. Sounds like maybe we would decide whether Pac-Man just exists or be isolated from humans. The thing is, for me, because personally, I really don't think they've put that much thought into it. At least not as much thought as we're putting into it. They're like, I imagine they're just like, oh, Pac-Man lives in Pac-Land, or Pac-World, or whatever, and it's like, is Pac-Land part of Earth, or is it on its own planet? It's like, it doesn't matter. Just don't think about it. Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answers to. Something I kind of wonder, because my plan with this whole thing is to do World 1, World 2, Maze Madness, and Repack, and then do World 2 the day it comes out. But part of me wonders, if I streamed Repack 2 the day it came out, like, would anyone really watch it? So I imagine most of the people interested in watching will instead just, or watching like now, probably won't be watching a stream of Repack 2 and will instead just be playing it themselves. So, I don't know. Shit. Okay. Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, nice. Yeah, that is what Buzz said. I'm gonna take one more attempt. Okay. I mean, maybe if I push it this way, then just... Wait, what are you doing? Move. Does Pac-Man move? I can't move her. Oh. A real nice game, thank you. Wait, shit, no. Okay, I'm not going for that. I wanna... Ah, shit. Yeah, no, it's not worth doing. Relax. No. When Namco finally does something about the royalty rights and uses Ms. Pac-Man in newer games, do you think Pac-Man will just be thrown into the void? I hope so. Took the words right out of my mouth, Marcus. Yeah, honestly, that's what I want, to just patch her into World 1 and 2, Repack, and Museum Plus. Don't forget about Museum Plus. And I guess also Arcade Archives Pac-Land, and Arcade Archives Twinkle Pit. I agree with that, Mark. For me, like, Maze Madness, Oh, I got all the dots. For me, Maze Madness. Playing it again is like. It's got a great foundation, but there are a few issues it has that I think would really be just ironed out with a remake. Whereas with World 3, it has to be overhauled so much that at that point you're kind of just better off making a new game entirely. I wouldn't be opposed to a World 3 remake, but I really hope we get a new World game first. But do you prefer Power Pellets being mandatory to finish a stage? I don't know. Doesn't matter that much to me. My biggest issue with Maze Madness is something you are just about to see. So let's save this good old game. Oh, not enough stars. You need 30, you will have only 24. So, the forced 100%. So what you gotta do is that after beating the first boss, you get the witch's key. So now you can go back into the levels you already played. And now you can 100% them. You're gonna see soon enough. Yeah, that'd be a fun idea. That should. Well done. Oh yeah, the only minigame I think is all that poorly done is slip sliding away, which we'll see soon enough. Okay, bye Clippy World International. Okay, so right here... Also, I never put this together before, but the checkpoints in the design for the checkpoints in this game became the basis for the checkpoints in World 2, huh. But yeah, you see this block here. Well, this is with a witch symbol on it. Well, now that I've got the witch key, I can go through. It leads to this more challenging section. I should. Wait, it didn't. Wait, you kidding me? Hello, Amanda. My buddy old pal friend. Oh, now Pinky's just still here, okay. Okay. Shit. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, I did know about that. All the NPCs and even the animals have names in Pac-Man 2. Gizmo the attack cat is quite funny to me. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Ah, shit. I'm playing the Dreamcast version. Because it has the best frame rate and the highest quality version of the soundtrack. Nice. Well, the Dreamcast is pretty cool. You should get Maze Madness, it's good. Okay, so with that, I now have the all. I got the pair and a bunch of dots I couldn't get before. So now I got the fruit star. And now I got the dot star. So yeah, you have to... So... I really don't like that 100% is just locked out if you don't have... Like 100% is just locked out these levels. Like, not all of them. Like, there are some of them where you can just get everything on the first try, but for a lot of these, like, the witch key locks them out, so you just can't do 100% them until you reach a certain point. I think that's really lame. You can also, and then requiring you to 100% levels, basically. Excuse me. In order to progress later on. That's also lame and stupid. You can also do these time trials. I'll do one right now. My favorite Sonny. Like game or character? So in the time trials, there are these clocks to extend your time. And eating ghosts also, or I guess enemies in general, also just extends your time. So on the surface, it's like, oh, it's kind of like Pac-Man World 2. Except here, the time is counting down. And you will just lose if you run out of time. And getting hurt will actually take off more time. So, the time trials in this game are pretty tough, honestly. Especially in the crystal caves. world. More easy to understand than World 2. Huh? World 2s are very easy to understand. It's just go through a level and get clocks to stop the time. Okay. I don't think either of them are difficult to understand. It's just that these ones are more difficult to do. I did one once upon a time. I haven't done it in a long time though. Maybe someday. But not today, because I showed off the witch key and the time trial, but I don't really think anyone wants to watch me play what I've already played in the last stream again. So I'm just gonna load another file that's almost complete and just play the new stuff. For starters, there's the bonus levels that I didn't do on my first stream. If I do what?
Hello, Mr. Cat Sled, what a dork. We have been guzzling snowmobile assault platforms. You just have a little dorky sled and a meowing kitty.
I just have to spin the D-pad in a circle and knock you bozos off the track. Mark, get set, go. Okay. So the controls feel, I guess, kind of slippery. Ah, shit. Now I can't. Now I can't get up. Because I do at least want to. Hang on, I'll try that again. None of them are inky. They're green. I guess so. Maybe it's Funky. Maybe Funky freaking cloned himself 3 times. Ah, shit. Yeah, getting 100... Okay, no, I'm not bothering with 100% in this one. It's... Maybe I'll get the... I'll try to get all the fruits. But you gotta be really slow in order to get all the dots. I don't want to do that. I don't think anyone wants to see me slowly inch across the racetrack. Also, yeah, this attack is very awkward to use. And you easily fall off. Fortunately, you don't have to restart if you fall off. Also, yeah, even though it's a race, you don't actually. You still win and get the star regardless of your place. Getting to my knowledge, getting first place doesn't actually get you anything. It's very strange. Oh, there's actually only two levels. But yeah, let's do. Oh, hang on one second, everyone. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. What is everyone saying in chat? Miss Pack should have Minnie's voice if she came back. Oh. Oh. Barbara Minkus. Who's that? Yeah, there is indeed madness in this maze. Don't ever say what again. Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, her voice, she was like, chomp chomp, keep an eye on Pac, baby. He's taking your shit. last 80s cartoon VA still alive besides Clyde, Inky, and Sue. Interesting. Yeah, Ms. Pac in this game, she's so cute and silly. That shit ran out of time. Oh, 4Kids era Amy. Okay. Voice and narration for the commercial for Maze Madness. Huh. It's like... Huh, honestly, thinking about that commercial, I think I kind of do hear it. Kind of do hear 4Kids Amy. She is inside eyes. Nice sleeper. Do you prefer the formula of Adventures in Time or this game? I don't know. Adventures in Time is pretty much the classic traditional formula. Pac-Man. I do really like this, and I wish that they expanded on this more. Like they made more games that were like this. It's a shame this was like the only one. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, it did have a... Would you buy Adventures in Time repack? Yeah, I would. I like Adventures in Time. I think... What do I think? I forget what I tend to not think, honestly. I don't know why I'm starting to think. Have I played PS1 Frogger? A little bit, not too much though. I have played Frogger the Great Quest, and it is quite horrible. Yeah, I agree. I really like what Adventures in Time did with 3D. Well, I wouldn't be against an Adventures in Time repack. Honestly, I sort of feel like it doesn't really even like need one. I think just a standard re-release would be fine, whether it's on its own or in a collection. Interesting. Also, the sound effects seem to have fucked up. I don't know what happened. It might be an emulation thing. I do not recommend Shadow Labyrinth. I played it. It was awful. Not very good. I don't have that much experience with Metroidvanias, but afterward I played a little bit of... After playing it for the first time, I played a little bit of Hollow Knight and a bit more of Metroid Dread. And like, don't bother with Shadow Labyrinth. You're better off with any other Metroidvania. Get Silksong. I've heard that's good. Hollow Knight is what Shadow Labyrinth really wants to be. So I keep fucking this up. Hang on. Dash it. Then yeah, you're probably not gonna like Shadow Labyrinth then. Okay. So now let's do the single level in the whole game where you actually use a button instead of just the D-pad. This level can be a bit annoying because it's kind of to 100% because it is kind of the precursor to Yellow Pac-Marine, and that's randomized. Then again, I don't know if that's still the case for the Dreamcast version, or if it's just like, or if it's, I lost my train of thought. Or if it's just the PS1 version that's like that. I remember playing this years ago, playing this multiple times because it didn't spawn enough dots. This is a nice song, though. I like this song. I wonder why Slip Sliding and Red Light didn't get a unique song. Like, let's see. Oh, I did get all the dots. Okay. So that might just be a quirk of the PS1 version. Okay. So let's see. What have y'all been talking about? You mentioned before that Dread feels more like Pac-Man. I haven't played Dread. Okay, so... like... there's like this... like big robot enemy that's like invincible to your normal attacks, but there are points where you can get an attack that can kill it, but it's a one-time use, and you have to like use your environment to just avoid those robots. So it pretty much just incorporates the whole dynamic of the ghosts and the power pellets, pretty much. Yeah, Gaia in Shadow Labyrinth, like, it's supposed to be the power pellet, but it doesn't really feel like it at all. The similarity is very surface level. It's like if they did this with Mario and the Gaia form, they were like, oh, this is this game's version of the Super Mushroom. Like, it's not really that similar. Not to mention, the Gaia form really isn't useful at all. It's most of the time, like, it's a lot slower, and it doesn't, like, most of the time, there's not really a good place to use it. So yeah, Metroid Dread does a much better job of, like, adapting Pac-Man into a Metroidvania than the actual Pac-Man Metroidvania. I know against the final boss, you have a big fuck you laser that, for most enemies in the game, just stuns them. So most of the time it's not even useful, but against the final boss, you use it, and, or at least the first phase of the final boss, it kills them immediately. I think that's really funny. Yeah. Like, I get making it slower and but more powerful, but it's really not more powerful, so it's kind of, so you never actually want to be Gaia. It also kind of blows my mind how it's like, oh, let's do gritty, edgy Pac-Man. Okay. People have joked about, like, oh, Pac-Man for survival horror, but it's like, why do they make that, like, joke? Why do they make that connection? It's because the idea of being trapped in a space while, like, being helpless, while being pursued by ghosts or monsters, on paper it's like, yeah, that is a scary concept that would fit a survival horror game, even if the actual presentation of Pac-Man is very cute and colorful. And Shadow Labyrinth does absolutely nothing with that. That was like the one reason to do something like that with Pac-Man, and they didn't do it. It's like, what was even the point? Shadow Labyrinth sucks. Before... That was something I didn't really want to say, like, before release, because I've seen, like, I've seen people and friends who just are excited for the game, and it's like, I don't want to rain on their parade or anything. It's like... But now that's... And I thought, like, even if it doesn't feel like Pac-Man in the slightest... It's like, at the very least, it'll probably be just a fine game on its own. Then I played it, and it's the worst piece of shit I've ever... Well, maybe not the absolute worst, but it's like... It's pretty bad. So now I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, this game just sucks. I can comfortably say that. And considering World 2 Repack is now coming the same year, it's like, I can't help but feel that Shadow Labyrinth in the long term is kind of just gonna be forgotten about. I think the darkest Pac-Man should ever get should be no more darker than the darkest Mario that we're going. Yeah. It's like, I'm not against like Pac-Man stories having like darker moments, but on the whole, it should still be very fun and whimsical and cute. Irrelevant for Labyrinth. The thing is with Shadow Labyrinth, and again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't have that much experience with Metroidvanias, but based on what I've played and what I've seen and what I've heard and whatnot, Shadow Labyrinth, to me, it seems like it's kind of just not really worth playing in general. Like, it's just like, it doesn't offer anything you can't get better anywhere else. Again, it's like I already thought that it's like, even before I played, it looked like a pretty generic Metroidvania. Yeah, what do you say, Marcus? Pac-Man World 3 has tonal issues, but a lot of that was on the fault of Namco, or more specifically, the businessman who pitched the design doc to Blitz knowing nothing about games. Damn. I've made worse $30 purchases. Purchases. Fortunately, I played. I never bought Shadow Labyrinth. I just played it when I was at Luna's place because she had it. Because she was a silly head and decided to buy a game knowing that it's bad. Because otherwise she really just didn't care. But seeing the negative reviews made her curious. So she's like, this game is shit, I must buy. She also bought one time, like, when Sonic Colors Ultimate came out, she bought that, even though she doesn't even like the original. It's like, girl, why are you spending your money on stuff you know is bad? We all love her, though. I know I do. Anyways, another bonus level, Shock Therapy. I noticed this game kinda... It feels like it has homages to other arcade games, but ones that aren't Namco games. Because there's the centipede enemies, but there's this that is which is basically like, this is basically just Frogger. odd and interesting to me. Somehow I got that on my first try, okay. I think Pac-Man is going to stay only a platform regardless of execution. I think Shadow Labyrinth. And I kind of, it's like I kind of agree, but kind of also disagree. I agree, like, Pac-Man shouldn't be only a platformer. I think they should be allowed to do more with Pac-Man and experiment with Pac-Man, but I feel like there's a certain level, like, how do I put this? Because, like, I'm gonna put it bluntly, Shadow Labyrinth just isn't Pac-Man. Like, nothing about it resembles Pac-Man, aside from your companion looks like the original sprite, and it's like, I've made this comparison before, but it's like, imagine if Nintendo made this game, and instead of Puck, it was a little floating Mario 1 sprite. It'd basically be no different. So it's like, I feel like just from a brand perspective, I think Shadow Labyrinth is something that, like, obviously I'm no expert, but I'm no business brand expert, but I feel like even conceptually, it's like, I don't know, maybe if they still end up making more alternate takes on Pac-Man, as they put it, maybe I could see the vision, but it's like, I don't know. What was I even trying to... Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. He's trying to convey the idea of Pac-Man, even if the literal Pac-Man elements aren't out in the open. Aside from more, yeah. Still, my thoughts are just kind of like, I feel like in execution they didn't really handle it well. In general, I feel like if you're going to do something like this with Pac-Man, like, I feel like you gotta have, like, a point to it, you know? But Shadow Labyrinth, if it feels like it didn't have a point. Why is this Pac-Man? Just because, I guess. I don't know. I'm too tired to think. This is by Merc. Teach Mesmeralda true girl power. Oh well. Yeah, like, officially they've stated that they made they made Shadow Labyrinth to bring a new audience to Pac-Man. An audience who normally wouldn't play Pac-Man games, but like, it's like, if someone played Shadow Labyrinth, like, even, like, regardless of the actual quality of the game, it's like, okay, well, this game is nothing like the other games, so why would that get anyone interested in the other games? It's very... The whole thing felt very misguided. I kind of feel like Shadow Labyrinth might be just like the biggest misstep they've ever taken with Pac-Man, probably. I guess you could argue Ghostly Adventures is more of a misstep, even if I certainly think Ghostly Adventures is better, both the show and the games. But the big issue with Ghostly Adventures is just it being just a reboot no one wanted, and replacing what came before. And I sort of feel like Shadow Labyrinth could have been just as bad, but the fact that we're getting World 2 the same year, it's like, I think the long run, it's kind of just gonna be forgotten about. Thoughts on the NES versions of Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man? They're just less, to me, they're kind of just lesser versions of the arcade games. Not really much else to say, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, I guess the because there are two NES versions of Ms. Pac-Man. There's the Namco version and the Tengen version. I gotta say, I'm like, obviously, I'm not. Okay. Obviously, I'm not expecting a repack of Maze Madness anytime soon, as much as I would like one. Part of me feels like I doubt they would do it even if they got Ms. Pac-Man back, just because there hasn't been quite as much demand for it, especially... I mean, World 3 and even World Rally have had more demand for repacks. At least as far as I've seen. I see the Maze games and the World games as two pillars that should coexist. Neither should replace the other. I agree. And for being real here, the platformers and the Maze games have always coexisted. They've never, even when they, platformers kind of were a bit more of the focus, they never stopped making Maze games. Personally, I'd love to see another Maze adventure game like this one, or even something like Adventures in Time. Well, I like Championship Edition 1 and DX, but I honestly feel like Championship Edition is kind of an evolutionary dead end. And I feel like there's way more you could do with the Maze formula than just another Championship Edition. Anyways, now it's time for the final boss, Mesmerelda.
How foolish of you to return. Once I have my witch key back, I will control everything.
Yeah, I think a 2D platformer would be cool. In general, like, I'm in favor of Pac-Man doing, like, all sorts of different things. So, fun fact, they fucked up Mesmeralda's eye texture in specifically the Dreamcast version, which is why it looks like that. Neither the PS1 nor N64 version has her eyes like that, and they apply the texture correctly. Okay, so we hit all the buttons, and then we just... Honestly, I kind of... I think it's pretty easy to get... Like... Like, I don't know, I don't feel like... I don't know what to even say about C2 right now, I can't think. I'm tired. I'm just about done, so... Oh, and look at that. The back of her the back of her model isn't modeled. Is no more. You've saved us all. Thank you, Professor Pack. Wow, it's the princess.
Sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone, but I was under the spell of an evil witch. You broke the spell and saved me. Thank you.
A child voice acting.
Thanks to Ms. Pac-Man, the princess has been found, and the lost worlds are saved. Well done!
Oh, yes. Now for the credits. Dreamcast version. Andy Green, lead programmer, is good. He draw additional programming. Lead artist. Producer. Oh, hey, go Colgate. Pecan. Cool. I did an interview with that guy ages ago. I do like that they show this here, just to have, like, because it can be hard to actually pay attention to the credits when you're playing them. So I do like that they have that. I missed nobody. I shut them out. So yeah, that was Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness. There's also, let's see, there's also the multiplayer mode. We can take a look-see at that. You can play Ms. Pac-Man, Professor Pac, Pac-Baby, and Pac-Man himself. This is kind of just incomprehensible, honestly. It bugs me that you can't go through anyone. Oh, Baby Pac wins, okay. And there's Pac to the future. Pac Portal Combat. Deep Impact. Play Outside, Not So Secret Garden, Flower Power, Spring in the Air. You know what, let's do Flower Power and Ghost Tag. So this is basically like just it's like Pac-Man versus, but it's not as good. There we go. Now I won one. Now for the bomb. Okay. So yeah, the multiplayer mode isn't particularly good. And there's Classic, which is just original Ms. Pac-Man. Yeah, I've had enough. So yeah, that was Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness. Overall, pretty good game. Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. Let me take a look, see. I feel like a lot of video game discussion places have gone more and more hostile over the years. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've always had this sort of. Maybe in the past it was better contained to places like 4chan, but that kind of attitude began to leak into mainstream places. Also, yeah, Puka and Pac Jr. are unlockable characters, but you gotta do 100% time trial for that, so I don't feel like doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, that is interesting. The Team Ghost. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. So, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream. Tomorrow I'll be streaming Pac-Man World 2. I'll be going for 100% on that one, so look forward to it. Bye.